Well, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me again. Today I'm going to be talking about our new Creed series of holster. Our Creed is our outside the waistband holster. Today we're going to be talking about some new updates that we have done to it and how that will improve functionality and options of use. The philosophy of use that our Creed holsters are designed for is everyday carry and or casual open carry. These are a little bit on the lighter duty side for duty carry, but they'd be great for just carrying around every day, or if you want to do a concealment for a outside the waistband strong side carry for a smaller firearm, this would be great. For example, here we have a FN FNX45 holster, which is by absolutely no means a concealable handgun under normal circumstances. We see that we have our rivets down the side, on each side, and then we have our retention screw, and then we also have our 2 rivets on the bottom. Now, a lot of people like to have the option to attach a leg strap to these rivets. Some people like that, some people don't, but we make that option available to you. And then we have our adjustable retention. Our adjustable retention will allow you to tighten or loosen the screw or remove it completely to get the desired retention that you like. On the back, we have our belt loops, and you can pick between a 1.5 inch, 1.75 inch, or a 2 inch belt loop if you so desire. And you can remove these belt loops, the screws, and then lower the belt loops. As you can see, they're pinned right there. You can remove the screws and lower them and raise them to adjust your carry angle or your ride height. So on our website, when you go look for our Creed series, there'll be drop-down menus for your hand orientation, firearm type, colors, suppressor sights, and optic ready, or a flashlight. When we make our holsters with the flashlights, we make it essentially the same way. We just move our retention screw down a little bit farther so that you can get the retention even with the flashlight. Also, make sure to specify whether your firearm has a threaded barrel, suppressor sights, or an optic on it, as that will help us make sure that the holster is made properly for your use. So when you purchase one of our Creed holsters, or any of our holsters for that matter, we ship them with Loctite. When we ship our holsters, we include the Loctite so that you can securely fasten the belt loops to the holster. As with anything, over time it will wear out, so the Loctite is there so that your screws will not back out over time. As for the retention screw, we don't recommend using Loctite on that, as the holster will over time sort of break in, so to speak. So tightening that over time is going to be required in order to keep the retention on the holster. So we design our holsters to have good, strong retention. What good is a holster if the gun falls out? So for example, on this holster, we make it so there's a audible click when it goes in the holster. You can adjust that by tightening or loosening the retention screw. Some people like to have their holsters very tight. Other people like to have their holsters more loose for ease of deployment. We make our Creed holsters so that if you try to pull the holster out at any angle other than straight up and down or straight across, it won't come out. If it were on my belt and I were to try to pull it out this way, it wouldn't come out. If I tried to pull it out this way, it would not come out. It'll only come out straight up and down. Where that comes helpful is if someone were to try to grab the gun from you, they're probably not going to be pulling it straight up and down. They're probably going to be pulling it more of an angle. So that way you have the full say of when your gun is removed. Also, retention techniques will be easier to implement when the gun only comes out one direction. And one final thing for care of your holsters is over time, dirt will inevitably fall into the holster and there will be lint, and probably not quite as bad as your couch, but it gets pretty nasty in there. So what we do is we make our holsters so that you can get a screwdriver, put a flathead screwdriver into the end, twist it, and that'll open it up. Then you can just rinse it out with water. That's not gonna hurt the Kydex at all. Make sure that you dry it completely before you store it. That way none of the screws or anything that will rust, and then you should have a clean holster. Also, you can just get like a rag, just kind of wipe out the inside every once in a while. That'll help out too. Also make sure to clean your firearm as well, because if your firearm gets a bunch of lint in there and looks like the bottom of your couch, you might have a problem if you ever need it. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I hope you stay safe, and as always, stay strapped.